7 now.
1 minute. Yeah, 15.
Moved by Councillor Moffat, seconded by Councillor Arola. Resolved that the regular meeting commence at the hour of 7 p.m. And be it further resolved that Council acknowledges that we are meeting in the Robinson Superior Treaty area on lands that have been traditionally used by several Indigenous nations. But we would like to pay special recognition to our closest Indigenous neighbors, the communities of Bittergon, Shinapik, and Pic-Mobert First Nations. We wish to recognize the long history of the First Nations and Métis people in our region specifically and show respect to them today.
Councillor Arola?
Yes.
Councillor Moffat?
Yes.
Mayor McEachern?
Yes. I'll call the meeting to order and additions or deletions?
Addition to agenda item number 1501 and 1502. 1501, Section 239-2C, a proposed or pending acquisition or disposition of land by the municipality or local board, land acquisition. 1502, Section 239-2C, a proposed or pending acquisition or disposition of land by the municipality or local board, land disposition.
Is there any disclosure of pecuniary interest or general nature thereof?
There's one. Disclosure of pecuniary interest, member of council, Councillor Jim Moffat, for council meeting date June 23rd, 2021, in open session. I declare a pecuniary interest on the agenda item open session number 1204 for the above noted meeting for the following reason. Presently done at my business.
Thank you. Approval of the agenda. Moved by Councillor Moffat, seconded by Councillor Arola. Resolved that the agenda be approved as amended.
Councillor Arola?
Yes.
Councillor Moffat?
Yes.
Mayor McEachern?
Yes. There are no delegations or presentations, so we move to the adoption of the minutes. Moved by Councillor Moffat, seconded by Councillor Arola. Resolved that the minutes of the regular meeting held on June 9th, 2021 are adopted as circulated.
Councillor Arola?
Yes.
Councillor Moffat?
Yes.
Mayor McEachern?
Yes. Moved by Councillor Moffat, seconded by Councillor Arola. Resolved that the minutes of the meeting of the Thunder Bay District Social Service Administration Board held May 20th, 21 be accepted as received.
Councillor Arola?
Yes.
Councillor Moffat?
Yes.
Mayor McEachern?
Yes. There are no petitions or correspondence, so we'll move to where is it? Is there one in there? Okay. We'll go to the report and committees. And we'll go to verbal report from the CAO first.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'd just like to report that tomorrow afternoon there will be another vaccine clinic at the Recreation Center. It's a smaller one that will be done in the afternoon for about 150 people. Again, a youth up to the age of 12, between the ages of 12 and 18 are eligible, as well as a number of second doses for this clinic. Vaccines are also now available at our local pharmacy. and the next vaccine clinic will be held in July. The Thunder Bay District Health Unit reports that they are ahead of the rest of the province in terms of delivering second doses. So we may only have one clinic in July as a result while we wait for the rest of the province to catch up to our health unit. So it's good news for us, but there might be a slight delay in our next clinic. We are expecting an announcement this week for the province to move to the step 2 of the Reopening Ontario. And that will mean hair salons can open, the museum can open, and we're also looking forward to step 3 when everything else can open, including the fitness center at the recreation center. And we do anticipate that will be in mid-July. Thank you to the mayor for attending the unveiling of the art at the recreation center on Sunday. I fortunately have a window that overlooks the recreation center, so I get to see all the people stopping in to look at the public art. And if you haven't done so, I encourage you to do so. We have 5 beautiful pieces installed on the exterior wall next to the skateboard park, and we will be moving forward with installing 2 more pieces in the coming months as well. Just an update on the pool. So the pool is ready to open. Unfortunately, we do not have lifeguards, and this seems to be a problem throughout most of the province. As a result of COVID last year and not being able to open any of the pools, we have lost some of our summer students who were ready to move up to lifeguard status, and so now we're struggling in terms of finding a qualified staff to supervise the pool. But we do have an ad out right now for summer students and lifeguards, and so we hope that we'll be able to fill those positions shortly. We have been quite fortunate to receive grants to hire summer students, and happy to say now that the high school has come to an end. We'll be able to bring our summer students on board and start the much-needed groundskeeping and landscaping that's required to keep our town so beautiful. So we look forward to having them on board next week. And then we also received a grant to hire staff at the museum and the Travel Information Center. So they will also be starting next week, and just in time for the museum to open as well. That's my update. Thank you.
Thank you. Moved by Councillor Moffat, seconded by Councillor Rolla. Resolved that Council is in receipt of Administration Report ADM 2021-20 submitted by Jolene Gill, Clerk, regarding a respectful behavior policy.
Thank you, through the chair. As the report before you, the respectful behavior policy, this comes at the recommendation of E4M, or Integrity Commissioner. So this policy would be a guide for staff in the event that any individuals are unreasonable, frivolous, or vexatious. It also provides clear and detailed process for staff, but also contributes to the fair and consistent treatment of individuals. With this before you, we're hoping that you would take this into consideration for staff guidance.
Are there any questions about the policy at all? Councillor Rolla, are you okay with the policy?
Councillor Arola, can you hear us?
Yes.
Okay. Then you can call the question.
That was broken up. I can't hear that.
Okay. Councillor Arola, did you hear, this is Jolene, did you hear what I had to say regarding the admin report, the respectful behavior policy?
Yes.
Okay, and I'll finish the question then. Be it further resolved that upon conclusion of the Council's review and consideration, Council approves the respectful behavior policy, and further that Council directs staff to immediately implement the policy and post it to the municipal website for public information.
Councillor Arola?
Yes.
Councillor Moffat?
Yes.
Mayor McEachern?
Yes. Next item, administration report. Moved by Councillor Moffat, seconded by Councillor Rolla. Resolved the council is in receipt of administration report ADM 2021-21 submitted by Florence McLean, CAO, regarding 2021 to 2025 draft strategic plan.
Thank you, through you, Mr. Chair. This is a culmination of our training day on May 19th, where we met to talk about the previous strategic plans and the importance of having a strategic plan and how it can be used, and the importance of gathering public information with regard to support to the strategies identified by council, and then the implementation of the plan. So based on our conversations on May 19th, staff have put together this draft strategic plan for you, and are asking that upon your review and approval that we be able to take the strategy out to the public for their input and then bring it back to you in August.
Are there any questions about the strategic plan? It was sent to us by email. So,
No.
Councillor Rolla, do you have any questions on it, or are you okay?
No questions.
Okay. And be it further resolved that upon conclusion of the council's review and consideration, council directs staff to undertake public consultation with residents, businesses, organizations, and committees of council to seek input on the draft 2021-2025 strategic plan, and further that council directs staff to bring the draft strategic plan back to council at the August 11th, 2021 council meeting for review and consideration.
Councillor Rolla?
Yes.
Councillor Moffat?
Yes.
Mayor McEachern?
Yes. Moved by Councillor Moffat, seconded by Councillor Rolla. Resolved that council is in receipt of administration report ADM 2021-22 submitted by Florence McLean, CAO, regarding personnel policy.
Thank you, through you, Mr. Chair. 3 new personnel policies coming forward. The first one being performance reviews, and so this sets out guidelines that will assist staff in completing performance reviews for employees in their department. And it does state that the performance reviews are due at the end of September each year, so it gives department heads plenty of time to arrange and coordinate meetings with their staff. The performance reviews are very important in terms of the management of the organization and the development of the employees. The second policy is the recognition of service and retirement gifts policy. So that sets out the importance of recognizing long-term staff and celebrating retirements of existing staff. And then the third policy is the employee recognition program that celebrates accomplishments of staff that go beyond the call of duty. And there will be a committee that's established to review nominations to that award. And so those would all come forward once a year as well.
Thank you. I was quite impressed with all 3 of them. So,
Yeah, actually, same here. I'm glad to see that it's laid out like in a schedule type of form, which is great. There's no questions about what to do.
okay. Councillor Rolla, are you satisfied with the 3 policies?
I didn't hear about. Sorry.
Did you hear Lawrence's explanation of the 3 policies?
Yes, I heard that part.
Do you have any questions concerning the policies?
No, I don't.
Okay, thank you. And be it further resolved that upon conclusion of council's review and consideration, council approves personnel policy number 2021-12, performance review policy, and further the council approves personnel policy 2021-16, recognition of service and retirement gift policy, and further that council approves personnel policy 2021-42, employee recognition program, and further that council repeals bylaw 2003-29, being a bylaw to create an employee recognition policy.
Councillor Arola,
Yes.
Councillor Moffat,
Yes.
Mayor McEachern.
Yes. Moved by Councillor Moffat, seconded by Councillor Rolla. Resolved that Council is in receipt of Administration Report AVM 2021-23 submitted by Florence McLean regarding point of sale of landfill passes. And be it further...
Okay, see you.
Thank you, yes.
Thank you once again, Mr. Chair. This report is a request to put out an expression of interest for the sale of landfill passes in the township. Currently, the municipal office is closed to the public. We are looking at reopening in July. However, residents are required to purchase landfill passes to take their waste to the landfill site. At the moment, we have asked Two Doors Down to sell passes on our behalf, but we do recognize the need to put out an expression of interest so that the process is open and fair for any business wanting to sell passes to be able to make that application to us. We do recognize that there is an administrative cost to selling the passes in terms of purchasing and following the expenses and staff time to sell them. So we have suggested that the successful business will receive a 15% discount off the cost of the pass in order to resell those to the public. The other thing is we are not open on Saturdays, and oftentimes residents require a pass on a Saturday when we're not open. So this will allow the business to be able to sell the passes on our behalf. So the request is to put out a call for expressions of interest to local retailers, and then to allow staff to enter into an agreement with one of those businesses
With
to
a
sell.
15% discount.
With a 15% discount.
That's fine. Do you have any questions, Councillor Rolla?
No questions.
Okay. That was easy. And be it further resolved that upon conclusion of Council's review and consideration, Council directs staff to put out a call for expression of interest to local retailers to make available and sell landfill passes in Manitowais, and further that Council directs staff to enter into an agreement with one retailer to provide this service based on the retailer's ability to meet the criteria set out in the expression of interest.
Councillor Arola,
Yes.
Mayor McEachern.
Yes. Thank you. Moved by Councillor Moffat, seconded by Councillor Rolla, being a bylaw to adapt a respectful behavior policy be read a first and second time.
Through the chair, yes, this is a bylaw that would pass the respectful behavior policy that was discussed in the administration report previous.
Any questions about it at all?
No questions.
Thank you. And further be read a third time, passed and numbered as bylaw number 2021-20.
Councillor Arola,
Yes.
Councillor Moffat,
Yes.
Mayor McEachern.
Yes. There are no motions or notices of motions, so we'll move into closed session. Moved by Councillor Moffat, seconded by Councillor Rolla, whereas Section 239.4 of the Municipal Act 2001, SO 2001 C25, provides that before holding a meeting or part of a meeting that is to be closed to the public, a municipality or local board or committee of either of them shall state by resolution the fact of holding of the closed meeting and the general nature of the matter to be considered at the closed meeting. Now therefore be it resolved that this meeting is hereby closed to the public as the subject matter being discussed falls under the following sections. Section 239(2)C, a proposed or pending acquisition or disposition of land by the municipality or local board, land acquisition. 2, Section 239(2)C, a proposed or pending acquisition or disposition of land by the municipality or local board, land disposition.
Councillor Arola,
Yes.
Councillor Moffat,
Yes.
Mayor McEachern.
Yes. Thank you.